Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. In my last video, I spoke about how glyphosate, a common herbicide sprayed on crops like corn, soy, and wheat, can be toxic to our gut bacteria, our microbiota. A big part of nutrition or natural medicine is identifying connections between different systems in the body. We now know there's a connection between the gut and the brain. So if glyphosate is harming the gut, could it be harming the brain indirectly? Quite possibly. We know that maintaining a healthy gut microbiome can play an important role in mental health and depression. There's even some evidence linking increased amounts of glyphosate sprayed on crops to increasing rates of dementia in mice. But before we go further, how exactly is the gut connected to our brain again? So number one is the gut-brain axis. That is, our bacteria in our gut can affect the nerves in the gut, which then impact the brain. Number two is that bacteria actually produce neurotransmitters like serotonin and GABA, which can enter circulation and go to the brain. And number three is that our gut bacteria make short-chain fatty acids, molecules which stimulate our nervous system and even influence memory and learning. And number four is that inflammatory compounds generated in the gut, like from infection or dysbiosis, can also enter circulation and affect our brains, like our mood and how we feel. So therefore, if we are constantly ingesting a chemical like glyphosate, which is in our food, that can be disrupting our microbiome, causing dysbiosis or bacterial imbalance, it could very well be affecting our mood and memory. So this herbicide glyphosate may be contributing to not just a decline in our gut health, but a decline in our brain health as well. And personally, I think the herbicide glyphosate is one of the players involved in the increasing rates of brain imbalances we are seeing in industrialized societies like depression and dementia. And one more point I wanted to mention is dysbiosis. And what exactly does that mean? It typically means an imbalance of bacteria populations in our intestinal tract. However, it can also refer to the chemical environment in the gut. Often one can have an infection that can last a short while, but that infection has now generated inflammation, which has now altered the environment in the gut. An example would be in the colon, where an infection can generate inflammation, which has now changed the environment to a more aerobic one, which favors bad bacterial growth and less good bacterial growth. And sometimes people get infections and their gut has now changed. That can mean less butyrate production, which is a key anti-inflammatory gut molecule. So please subscribe and like below, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Be well.